Hey guys, welcome to today's episode of the Corner Store. It's Gerald Cadet, and I'm happy that you guys are here. As you guys can see, I wasn't lying. We're on YouTube now. On YouTube. This is gonna happen every episode. Sorry guys, I'm not, I don't have the corona. But anyways, we have a very special episode. Well, not special episode, but we have an important episode. Guys, I haven't been talking about, I talked about it a little bit, but last week we heard about the most shocking news. Well, not shocking, but it was the end of an era last week. Last week was the end of an era. What am I talking about last week? Last week, Tom Brady, TB, went to TB. Tom Brady went to Tampa Bay. Tom Brady signed a 2-year contract worth about $25 million. Could get up to an excess of $30 million based on incentives. But yeah, Tom Brady's relationship with the New England Patriots is done. It's over. The New England Patriots and Tom Brady have broken up. Today, I'm not going to focus solely on Tom Brady. However, I'm going to focus on... I'm not going to focus... wait, my bad, guys. Today, I'm not going to focus on Tom Brady and the Patriots. I'm going to say that for another day. What I'm going to focus on today is Tom Brady and his new team, Tampa Bay, TB, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's the team that's what I'm gonna focus on today. Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So, is Tom Brady a good fit for Tampa Bay? I think so. I do think that he's a good fit for Tampa Bay, especially offensively. He's a good fit for Tampa Bay. Because let's look at the numbers real quick, right? Offensively, Tampa Bay was third in the league last year in points per game, averaging 28.6 points per game. Yards per game, they averaged almost 400 yards a game, 1 yard off of 400 at 399. That's third in the NFL. They were first in passing yards, of course, because Jameis Winston was number one in passing yards this last season. And points per possession, they average about around 2.8, almost 3 almost 3 points a game. Sorry, guys. And that was ninth, top 10 in the league in that. Their defensively, their defense seemed like it was a problem. They gave up 28 points per game, which was 29th in the league, right? And gave up almost 350 yards at 344 yards per game, which was 15th. However, and here is like one of the biggest key stats. the opposing team's average start of field position was usually at the 31-yard line. Average start at the 31-yard line. Why do I think these numbers don't mean that much in basically in the in the full scheme of things, right? Why don't I think that these numbers align? Exactly. They say numbers never lie, but these numbers align. Their defense was illed by sudden change. Well, what a lot of people call sudden change. What do I mean by that? Sudden change. Well, let's face the facts. Jameis Winston threw 30 interceptions last season, guys. 30 interceptions. So 30 times, well, about 30 times, because Jameis had a couple pick sixes, like his last interception of the season. He had a pick six. And interceptions, sudden changes, especially on the opponent's side of the field, it's tough on defense because even if a defense stops you 3 and out, you have a chance to get a field goal. So those numbers are skewed. Watching the Tampa Bay Buccaneers last year, I watched a couple games. I watched the game against the Giants, of course. I watched the game they played San Fran early in the season. They played the Panthers twice. They played the Panthers, which was on live television. I seen those games. Their defense is solid. I love Todd Bowles as a defensive coordinator. He's a great defensive coordinator. He's a very aggressive defensive coordinator. He brought out the best in people like Shaq Barrett. Shaq Barrett led the league in sacks, ahead of Aaron Donald, ahead of Chris Jones, Clark, people like that. Jadeveon Clowney. He led the league in interception, in sacks this season. Now, this is how Tom Brady is going to come in, right? First of all, the defense started. The defense started at the 31-yard line, right? The defense for the New England Patriots in retrospect last season started at the 20. The opposing team started at the 24-yard line, 25-yard line because it was 24.8, 25-yard line, right? Tom Brady is not going to put you in harm's way. We have seen that year in and year out. Tom Brady does not put your team in harm's way. He's going to make sure that defense is going to play their spot. He's going to make sure that the defense doesn't have to get on the field suddenly, unlike Jameis Winston did. Jameis Winston was a gunslinger. Let's face that. He was a gunslinger, and that's all right. That's all right. Some people are meant to be gunslingers. Jameis Winston is one of those people. But Tom Brady's so influential, so diligent, so maniacal, so precise in everything that he does. When was the last time Tom Brady had over 10 interceptions in a season? I think I need to check that for next time, but I don't remember the last time he had 10 interceptions in a season. So you know that they're gonna take care of the ball. Tom Brady finally has weapons. He has Chris Godwin, a 1,200-yard receiver. Mike Evans, a 1,200-yard receiver. You have freaks in Cameron Brate that seems to be always open if you watch any Tampa Bay games. And then you have O.J. Howard. People who are still high on O.J. Howard. 6'5", 250, runs a 4.5 40, could catch speed out of like close to receiver speed basically. And that he's a tight end. Offensive line is not terrible, but like I said, they finished off 7-9 last season. Jameis Winston threw 30 interceptions. A 7-9 team when the starting quarterback throws 30 interceptions, that's practically unheard of. So I think with Tom Brady on the team, football is unlike basketball. You need to play the game to understand how your team's going to gel and everything. But I feel like at the end of the day, Tom Brady is going to the playoffs with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 1 or 2 seed, I don't know. But I think for Tom Brady's sake, he gets that 1 seed. But I don't think the Bucs will be the best team in the NFC this season. So that also remains to be seen.